Did you know some foods you've always eaten can quietly turn dangerous after 70? As we get older, our bodies go through major changes. Digestion slows, blood vessels stiffen, and the immune system becomes less responsive. And yet, many of us keep eating the same things we always have, not realizing that some of the most common foods can now strain the heart, damage our kidneys, or even interfere with the medications we rely on. In this video, we're uncovering 5 foods that older adults should avoid, no matter how hungry you are, or how good they used to taste. Each of these can harm your body in ways that are subtle at first, but serious over time. From raising your blood pressure to triggering dangerous drug interactions, these everyday items may be doing more harm than good. Stay with me until the end, because there's a good chance one of these foods is still in your kitchen. And knowing what to avoid might just help you stay stronger, longer, and keep you out of the doctor's office. Let's begin. Number 1, processed meats. That slice of bacon, that sausage patty you toss into the skillet. These might seem like simple comfort foods, quick, flavorful, and familiar. But after the age of 70, processed meats become more than just a salty indulgence. They become a real danger to your heart, your blood pressure, and even your long-term brain health. Processed meats are packed with sodium, and not just a little. A single serving of deli turkey or a breakfast sausage can contain more salt than your body needs for the entire day. And for older adults, this overload doesn't just make you thirsty. It puts strain on blood vessels that have already lost some of their flexibility with age. When your blood pressure rises repeatedly, even by small amounts, it forces your heart to work harder. Over time, that extra work can wear down your cardiovascular system, raise your risk of stroke, and even contribute to cognitive decline by reducing blood flow to the brain. But it's not just the salt. Most processed meats are preserved with nitrates and nitrites, chemicals used to extend shelf life and enhance color. The problem? Once inside your body, those compounds can break down into substances that have been linked to inflammation, and in some studies, certain types of cancer. There's a man named Larry, 74, who used to eat a few slices of salami every afternoon with crackers. It was part of his routine. But after his second mild stroke, his doctor pointed to his daily sodium intake. And those little meat snacks were a big part of it. When he switched to fresh proteins and low-sodium meals, his blood pressure stabilized within months. The trouble with processed meat is that it doesn't feel dangerous. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't cause immediate symptoms, but it slowly chips away at the systems that keep you standing, thinking, and breathing. If you're still craving that savory flavor, there are better options. Lean cuts of fresh turkey or chicken, grilled or roasted, plant-based proteins with no added preservatives, or small servings of unprocessed fish, like salmon or trout, that support heart and brain function. At this age, food should support your health, not quietly sabotage it. And when it comes to processed meats, even a little can be too much over time. Your body deserves better fuel. Give it that, and it will give you strength in return. Number 2, sugary breakfast foods. That morning bowl of cereal, that frosted pastry or muffin with your first cup of coffee. They might feel like a comforting start to the day, especially when appetite is low or energy is running thin. But once you're over 70, these sugary breakfast choices can quietly become one of the most harmful parts of your daily routine. Here's why: after 70, the body's ability to regulate blood sugar begins to decline. Insulin becomes less effective, metabolism slows, and blood vessels become more sensitive to sugar's effects. When you start your day with a rush of sugar, whether from sweetened cereal, pastries, or even flavored yogurt, it causes your blood sugar to spike fast and crash hard. That spike puts a strain on your pancreas and your heart. It contributes to inflammation. And over time, it raises your risk of developing insulin resistance or worsening existing diabetes. But it doesn't stop there. Studies have shown that frequent blood sugar spikes in older adults are also linked to memory problems and faster cognitive decline. You might not feel the damage right away, but over time, sugar-heavy breakfast can lead to fatigue, blurry thinking, increased hunger later in the day, and gradual weight gain, especially around the abdomen, which is closely tied to heart disease and stroke risk. There was a woman named Carol, 76, who always had cereal in the morning. It was easy, fast, and tasted good. But she noticed she'd crash by 10 a.m., tired, foggy, craving more sweets. Her doctor ran some tests and found early-stage prediabetes. Once she switched to a protein-rich breakfast, like eggs, whole oats, or Greek yogurt without sugar, her energy returned and her blood sugar stabilized. The truth is, most boxed cereals, even the ones labeled Healthy or natural are loaded with added sugars and refined grains that burn fast, but offer almost no lasting nutrition. And pastries, they're even worse, with high sugar, white flour, and often trans fats that harm the heart and slow digestion. Instead, start your day with foods that give you steady energy, unsweetened. Oatmeal topped with nuts or berries, scrambled eggs with a slice of whole grain toast, or a smoothie made with greens and a spoon of nut butter. These meals nourish you without the crash. And if you still want something sweet, enjoy it in moderation after a meal, not as the meal. Let your body wake up gently, not with a sugar jolt it has to spend hours recovering from. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, raw sprouts and undercooked eggs. They look innocent. A handful of sprouts on your sandwich. A soft-boiled egg with breakfast. But for older adults, especially those over 70, these two seemingly harmless foods can carry risks that younger bodies might handle without issue, but aging immune systems cannot. Raw sprouts like alfalfa, mung, bean or radish sprouts are grown in warm, moist conditions. The same conditions where dangerous bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli thrive. Once contaminated, these tiny greens can carry those bacteria right to your plate. And because they're often eaten raw, there's no heat to kill the germs. Undercooked eggs pose a similar threat. If the yolk is still runny or the white hasn't fully solidified, there's a real chance, however small, that Salmonella could be hiding inside. While a healthy adult might recover from mild food poisoning, in a few days, for someone over 70, even a mild case can spiral quickly into dehydration, hospitalization, or worse. The reason? Our immune defenses naturally weaken with age. The stomach produces less acid, the gut moves food more slowly, and our response to bacteria isn't as sharp as it once was. So a small dose of germs that a 30-year-old might never notice can cause days or even weeks of illness in someone 75 or older. There was a man named Dennis, 81, who loved topping his tuna salad with raw sprouts. He thought they added crunch and nutrition. But after one lunch, he spent 4 days in the hospital, fighting a Salmonella infection that left him weak and confused. His doctors traced it back to contaminated sprouts from a local market. And it's not just about getting sick, it's about how long it takes to recover. For seniors, a bout of food poisoning can lead to a loss of appetite, weight loss, electrolyte imbalance, or falls due to dehydration. What seems like a minor bug can quickly unravel other parts of your health. So what's the safer option? Cook your eggs thoroughly until both the white and yolk are firm. If you enjoy eggs soft, use pasteurized ones. And as for sprouts, either skip them altogether or cook them before eating. A quick sauté can kill off bacteria while keeping some of the crunch. Being cautious with raw food isn't about fear. It's about protecting your strength, your stability, and your independence. You've worked hard to maintain your health this long. Let's not let a garnish or a soft yolk undo that. Number 4, grapefruit and grapefruit juice. It might surprise you. Grapefruit seems healthy, low in calories, high in vitamin C, refreshing and light. But for older adults, especially those taking prescription medications, this fruit can quietly and dangerously interfere with how your body processes medicine. The issue isn't with the fruit itself, but with a compound inside grapefruit that affects how your liver breaks down certain drugs. This compound blocks an enzyme called CYP3A4, which is responsible for metabolizing many common medications. When grapefruit interferes with this enzyme, it can cause those medications to stay in your body much longer than intended, building up in your system and increasing the risk of side effects or toxicity. And it's not just exotic medications. The list includes drugs for high blood pressure, cholesterol, heart rhythm problems, anxiety, and even some antihistamines and pain relievers. These are medications many older adults take daily. So that simple glass of grapefruit juice in the morning could quietly amplify the effects of your medicine, making your heartbeat irregular, your blood pressure too low, or your liver overburdened. There was a woman named Evelyn, 78, who took a cholesterol medication every morning. She also had grapefruit with her breakfast most days, thinking it helped with digestion. Over time, she began experiencing muscle pain and fatigue, 2 known side effects of her statin. Her doctor reviewed her diet and immediately flagged the grapefruit. Once she stopped eating it, the symptoms faded. The hard part is that this interaction isn't always consistent. You might eat grapefruit for weeks with no noticeable issue until one day, your medication level crosses the threshold, and you feel dizzy, nauseated, or strangely weak. The safest move? If you're on any regular prescription medications, ask your pharmacist or doctor whether grapefruit is safe for you. If there's any doubt, choose other fruits instead, like oranges, apples, or berries. That won't interfere with how your medicine works. This isn't about demonizing a healthy fruit. It's about respecting the way food and medicine interact, especially as our bodies change with age. You deserve to get the full benefit of every prescription you take, without the hidden risks. So before you slice up that grapefruit or pour that juice, take a moment to check. That one habit could be the quiet reason behind side effects you never saw coming. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, deep fried foods. They're golden. They smell amazing. Whether it's French fries, fried chicken, or that occasional donut at the cafe, deep fried foods can be hard to resist. But for older adults, especially after 70, these crispy comforts come with serious risks that most people never see coming. Fried foods are often cooked in oils that contain trans fats or have been heated to high temperatures multiple times. That process changes the structure of the fats, making them harder for the body to process. These damaged fats are known to increase inflammation, raise bad cholesterol, and clog arteries, all of which are dangerous for aging hearts. But the danger doesn't stop at the heart. Regular consumption of fried foods has also been linked to poor digestion, insulin resistance, and a higher risk of certain cancers. For older adults whose metabolism is slower and digestive systems are more delicate, these foods can linger in the body longer, causing bloating, fatigue, and even triggering acid reflux. There was a man named Harold, 80, who loved stopping at his favorite fast food place for a small order of fries once or twice a week. It seemed harmless, but over time his cholesterol crept up, his digestion worsened, and he began feeling sluggish. When he cut back on fried foods and replaced them with roasted or steamed vegetables, his energy came back, and so did his appetite for healthier meals. The other hidden issue with fried foods is portion size. A small serving might not seem like a problem, but it often comes with added salt, sugar, and processed carbs, turning a quick snack into a triple threat for your heart, brain, and blood sugar. So what can you do instead? Try baking or air frying foods at home. You can still enjoy crisp textures without the deep oil. Swap out fried sides for roasted sweet potatoes or steamed greens. And if you're eating out, look for grilled or broiled options. Your body will thank you later. Food should bring joy, but not at the cost of your circulation, digestion, or daily energy. When you remove deep-fried foods from your routine, you'll likely notice more than just better lab results. You'll feel lighter, clearer, and more in control of your health. You've made it this far by treating your body with care. Now's the time to keep that promise with every bite, every choice, and every plate you serve. Final thoughts. En minanawa one tisturm. As we close out this video, take a moment to think about your daily meals. How many of these 5 foods have been part of your routine, maybe for years, without a second thought? Sometimes it's not the big things, but the small repeated habits that quietly shape our health over time. The truth is, aging isn't about giving things up. It's about choosing what serves you best. What nourishes you, what keeps you steady, what gives your body the best chance to keep going strong. And knowing what to avoid, that's just as powerful as knowing what to include. You've earned the right to enjoy your meals, but you've also earned the right to protect your body from foods that don't serve it anymore. Because at this stage, every choice counts. So tell us, was there a food on this list that surprised you? One you've been eating without realizing its risks? Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.